Hey guys,
Hello, hello.
back for night two.
Yeah, my face is like so whited out now because I
The light.
because the light on my screen because I have my notes up is so bright.
Ah.
I guess I have to sit back here. Uh sorry. Anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh, one hit wonder night. Yes.
It was so good, except for the one word. The one
I
word
know.
was not a one-hit wonder.
No, definitely not. That was like, yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. I did not like it.
They've never done that before, but I I get they can't go over. There's a ton of fines, but the one word, it didn't work. And
Yeah,
it'll get better because we'll get more time.
right,
Um,
right, right.
now
And less
that
dances.
couples
Yeah.
are coming out, and I think they've made some of the packages longer this time around, and I think they've made even some of the dances longer.
Yes.
Um, which I'm not necessarily hating, but
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
it's a tricky balance. But the one word just was not enough.
No, that was, yeah, I did not love that either. But I did love One Hit Wonder Night. One Hit Wonder songs are some of my absolute favorite songs. So I loved seeing the ones that they picked. I even did a lot of my music therapy group themes this week and last week in One Hit Wonder themes. So it's one of my favorite things in the world. I loved that they did these tonight. It was just so fun. I just love it.
Um, we started off strong with the troupe opening up the show, um, which I thought was very fierce. I like this troupe. They're
I do
just
too. I
they're
do too.
good.
I'm trying to make some adjustments to my lighting. Oh, now I'm like really dark though.
I feel very
No,
spooky now with your lighting.
I know. I'm okay with that though. We're going into Halloween. That's fine. Uh, but anyway, no, I totally agree with you. I feel like this troop is they're fire. They're total fire.
Yeah. Especially the to me the two girls stand out. Anya
Hmm.
and Haley, like the two of them are just so strong and confident, and I just I like the group. They have good chemistry too.
Yes, absolutely.
So going though into our actual dancers, we have
First one of
Alex
the
and
night.
Val that started
One
it
of my
off
favorites. I love this song.
with the jive mambo.
This is literally one of my all-time favorite songs. So the fact that we like started the night out like this was just it was just fire for me.
So some of the scoring is very interesting. I get it. It's hard though to balance where people are at. But she got all sevens. So here's my thing. Like when I was watching it, she starts off with that freeze, which was like a really cool move when he jumps over her.
Hmm.
But like she hit there was decent
Yeah,
content in it, but the she doesn't have her bounce. And it felt
right.
very stiff. Like, yeah, she had her flicks and stuff, but the bounce isn't coming from her core, and it
Hmm.
should be through the whole body. Yes, her ankles and knees too, but which
Yeah.
she was better in that area, but it's not coming from her center core.
Hmm.
And so to me it felt very stiff and not as free. So
Yeah, I'd say
that's my
that and like
number one thing
the
with her.
yeah, and then like the length of the steps are
Yeah.
also like super big, and so I think that's also kind of throwing off that center and that count and the beat and kind of all of that together. So, yeah.
It
Definitely.
it's a nice dance. It's very safe and reserved, I felt like.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see more from her.
Hmm.
I haven't felt the chemistry piece, I think, between her and Val, and I just
I have.
and I think the couples that go far have the chemistry piece. So I
Yep.
think they need to really find that connection between them. And Jitterbug is being very demanding, which is my
It's
dog.
fine.
So if all of a sudden you
It's all
hear
good.
her bark or something and need the cuddles, that's what she's doing right now. So
All good.
yes.
I loved Val in yellow though. That looked that was just a really cool color outfit. I really liked that. It was just so bright and like so vibrant, and I was like, that's just that color is just phenomenal. So
Yay,
I
costume
like seeing the
department.
costumes too.
The other costume
Yeah.
that stood out to me when we get there is Jenna's. So we'll talk about that
Uh-huh.
one too when we get
Oh
there.
yes. Oh yes.
So the next one then was Danielle and Pasha, and then they had a cha-cha. Um, Hers was good. She's struggling with some of the technique pieces of it, like her shoulders.
Hmm.
She really needs to get it down. Part of her thing is I think she thinks that the shoulders are like here and
Hmm.
they're down. They're by the hi Jitterbug. Yes, you okay. Sorry. Um they're actually your shoulder blades in the back, so they're in your back and like that energy.
Hmm.
And then I think what's happening is she's thinking of her feet and then like not contemplating about that. And so like she
Yep.
has to have them work together and like come together in her core. Um for her. And like some of her knee, like she didn't always lock in our lock steps and along those lines, but like sometimes she didn't always do like a perfect heel lead, like, and it's she did a heel lead versus sorry, this is cha-cha versus the toe. Um, but it's more technical things, but she has a beautiful presence.
Hmm. I feel like I need the energy and like the strength to go through each, like all the parts of the body. So I feel like the hands are kind of flat because we're not focusing on that part yet. And I also feel like, this felt really super flowy to me. Like I feel
Hmm.
like she's gonna rock a waltz. Like when we get to the waltz, I think that for her is going to be probably one of her best dances because I feel like that's how her body is kind of moving and kind of feels. So for me, the cha cha was just not. It was not all there. So like I said, I think there is some phenomenal things happening, and I think that she's already grown so much in 2 weeks that I'm excited that we get to continue to see her. So
I agree. I like her as a performer. Then our next one was Andy and Emma. Which they hit the tango. I love him. Like, technically, is he the best? Absolutely not. But like, he is a person that just makes you feel good, and like, I want to experience his journey
yeah, yeah,
in learning dance. And like, I loved in the package, like he's talking about how much he loves dance, and like, it just that's what you want to see sometimes with the people who don't
right.
dance.
Yeah, you
And
want to see that growth from week to week, and like last week to this week, oh, exponential better. I mean, not better, not good, but it's like,
his
definitely
timing.
better.
The timing improved so much. Is it perfect? No. But compared to where he was last week.
I also think the song kind of helped because I think it was humorous like him. So he did It's Raining Men. And I feel like it was the humor side of
And
it too.
Emma plays that up so well.
Always.
So, like, I just, I want them to keep going. Like,
I do too. I really do too.
yeah. Our next one was Lauren and Brandon with the Foxtrot. She is so good.
She is fantastic. Like I think if you wanted to like if you would have asked me who like for me is the biggest shock, it is Lauren.
I,
Because I
I would
just
agree.
I totally it's not that like Brandon said, you're used to seeing her in a girl group. Girl bands and boy bands, like their dancing is not always the greatest. It's just kind of there on stage and it's eye catching and whatever. And so I was so not necessarily expecting this from her. And this foxtrot was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Her
At
arm
the toes, but
extension. Can we like her arm fluidity, like in her movement,
phenomenal. Phenomenal.
so good.
Yeah, like if you watch any dance from this week, it is that one. Like
Yeah.
it was so beautiful.
Like so good. Like, and she just gets not only the presence, but like she fills her space
The
very
expansion,
well.
the like,
Yeah.
yeah, the fluidity. It's just beautiful.
Yes.
Love.
So good. Then our next one was Jordan and Ezra with the jive. This was also fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like she had the bounce, but like I felt like her bounce was coming more from her core.
Yep.
And like she had a double tour at the end. Like, yes,
That's
she's a
cool.
gymnast. Like, yes, she has the power to
Right.
do that, but still, that's a very technical move, and it was so good. Um, but that bounce, she had the flicks, it was sharp, and
For
I
me,
felt
the thing that
like
I
it
noticed with the flicks though was the feet were turned inward.
I
That
didn't catch
really
that.
that really bothered me. That one really kind of bothered me. But otherwise,
It's funny because I picked it up last week for Robert, but
uh-huh.
I didn't pick it up for
Uh-huh.
her.
Yeah.
Um, but I also appreciated that Ezra took note of like what the judges told him. And I felt like it was a better balance of personality versus content.
Yep. I mean, you imagine for him this is his first contender season, right? I mean, it's really his first season of having an opportunity to really give this and prove kind of who he is as a pro. So I'm really glad that they kept him in here because I think he's phenomenal. And, I'm glad he gets a good partner to have that chance with.
Absolutely.
So that's really
Um,
cool.
then we had Corey and Jenna. Jenna
The
looked
outfit,
fabulous in
the
this
outfit is
dance.
definitely viral.
Fabulous. I loved her costume too, like the color and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Corey, it's just not as a technical dancer. Dancing in a proper form is it's going to be a struggle for him.
For sure.
He's very good at what he does. And I
Hmm.
think Jenna played on that. It's very interesting seeing what's going online right now with what people are saying about him. I also found it very interesting afterwards because we know who went home. They have the official podcast, and only
Hmm.
Baron and Britt came on. Uh, Corey and Jenna did not. So I just found that interesting. I don't know the behind the scenes, but I'm sure no matter what, it was a challenge, and it's hard to go home being one of the first couples. Um,
Yeah. And
and
I
I
think he was
know
shocked by that. So
everyone
that
is
didn't
very
really
upset
help.
about Baron, and
Yeah.
we'll get
Yeah.
there when we get to him. But this one to me, I was like, yeah, this is
It was
the right
obvious.
call, and
Yep.
he should have gone home based off technicality of dancing.
I agree. Yep. But I think that kind of threw him off too, and not wanting to do like any of the promo or the toury type things afterwards.
Hmm.
Because I think he was just upset about it, where he was like, oh, she just deserved better and we deserved better. And yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh well, it's got to be somebody. So
And when you sign up, that's the chance you take.
that is the chance you take. Yep.
Um, Next one is Jan and Jen, who had a quick step. And I found this interesting because they had an 877. It
Hmm.
was good. Um, I felt like it was bouncy,
Hmm.
which means, and I know they had like a comment.
But I also feel like
Yeah,
he's kind of testing limits too here, being his first season.
yeah.
So I think he's kind of still getting a vibe of like what is expected of him as a pro.
The judges liked it, but like it just seemed like they weren't taking as wide as steps because in a quick step you need to move and glide, and it felt clunky.
Yeah.
Um,
And I
to
feel like
me.
the head was really kind of off in places,
Well, then
like
that's that
dipping
bobble,
and
like that up and
yeah,
down.
yeah,
That's what I mean. Like it's that clunk, which
yeah.
there were moments that were really good. And I also think like, yeah, the frame could have been a little bit better, like you pulling out more.
Hmm.
Um, but and like it's doing well. The lifts. I
Hmm.
so Carrie Ann um yelled at the lifts. This one to me was more of an assist. It wasn't like a lift. Yes, both feet come off the floor, but in a technical ballroom, like the throw, that's an assist in a ballroom
Right.
competition. So it just depends, I guess. Um, and she didn't take off. She warned in this one.
Well, right, because once again, that kind of comes back to that like first season
Right.
vibes kind of thing where she didn't do that with Gleb, right? So
But definitely the lifts are a very interesting piece
Yes.
um in her, and like she's always the lift police, so it's
Literally has always
consistent.
been.
And I know there's always debate of why can some have dance in a proper ballroom, in the ballroom dances, certain styles you cannot do a lift. And that means 2 feet off the floor. Now there is a difference between an assist and an actual lift. An assist is something like a throw, where like it's more of like a jump, like it might give you a little bit more pressure. That's okay.
Hmm.
Um, but you can't physically lift for like a certain amount of time, but like a drag, that's called an assist as well, like where the
Hmm.
feet drag on the floor. So there's rules about it. So it's very interesting, and I know sometimes it's overlooked depending on the quality of the dance and what's needed,
Hmm.
but
Yep.
that's a tricky spot. The next one is Robert and Whitney.
A tango. Total opposite of last week.
His frame was too tight.
Shoulders creeping up there too,
And
so.
so like and then it pulled it like, but like in a tango everything's very angled. Um and he actually was over too far on
Hmm.
Whitney. Um and so because of that, it didn't let Whitney have her full space. Um but like overall
Oh, I just love him.
like to me he's the front runner, and
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
it's kind of who I kind of want to win. Again, like I said from day one, I have a soft spot for him,
My thing
meeting
is
his
it's not,
sister.
yeah, I mean, but even so, like, it's not necessarily a soft spot. It is somebody who has no dance experience, but yet is phenomenal. Like, it's really, I don't know, it's just really unbelievable.
Him and Dylan stand out of just no dance experience, but like,
They hold their own.
yeah.
It's wild. It's wild.
Um, and I know they broke holds and like did the whole like
Midsection.
little robot
Hmm.
hip hop section. I loved it. But
Thought it
like
was cute.
that's like the artistic side and like choreo side that like I really play with, and like I live for. Some people don't like
Right.
it. I know Bruno didn't care for it. I loved it. Whitney, do more.
Yeah, right. I know. I think it's fun. So we'll see.
Then our next one is Elaine and Alan, and they also had a jive. Um, she does everything very well,
Hmm.
but again, it's that finishing to me. Like she doesn't always finish the movements.
Yeah. And I think I'm like a little bit more arm strength. Like I feel like the arm placements are not always where they should be, or they don't finish, or like we're not finishing those lines. Um, and I feel like
I
she was great on the balls of the feet for quite a bit of it, but then like some of the flicks, it kind of got off and
and I always wonder like if the finishing, like, is it like the core strength to like feel that
hold it all
sharpness
in.
to
Yep.
like hit, like, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause like I
Hmm.
feel like in dance everything, like even that like ooh, like that, like you feel it in your core. And
Right.
so like I don't know if it's the strength, but I also know she had that accident, so like I don't know if that
Hmm.
like affected that strength piece.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a good thought. It'll be interesting to see if it gets stronger the more
Hmm.
she's dancing, right? And her body is strengthening and her body's getting more used to the movements and what she's doing. And so it'll be interesting to see if that kind of solves itself just from repetition of movements.
Right. After that we had Baron and Brett with a samba.
Sambas are always hard.
Sambas are hard. Like I feel like this poor guy just had like a hard dance. His song, like the rhythm was weird.
Didn't work. No.
It didn't feel like a proper samba. Um, Britt did amazing with him, and then he had like the one mistake that got him off, a little timing there. Which he recovered from it eventually, but it like took him out in that one section. And like if everything went wrong, it went wrong. And I feel horrible because like in any other season, he would probably be a top runner, like probably make it at least to the semifinals. Like this is such a rare group that we have of how
Yeah.
strong everybody is. And I know it's a very debatable with how many of them have dance experience, but like I actually like that
Right. Yeah.
because
Well, I like a mix of it. I like to have a little bit of both. Yeah, there might be a little too many in here, but because I think then it didn't give people
the only
like
one I
very
struggle
good
with
shot.
is if you have like full ballroom training. Like I get like if you have like a class or something like Whitney would have it in her dance experience, like dance college,
Hmm.
but she's not doing like full competition. She's not a pro in that, but like okay, we know that I'm talking about Hilaria right now. Um who like beat Emma Slater in a competition. That's where I'm a little because
Yeah.
you know the technique of it so much. Um But it's interesting that like she was in the bottom three. We don't know if she was actually in the bottom three,
Right.
but if she was, I think it's because of the connection piece, but we'll get there.
Hmm.
But I feel so bad for Baron.
I
Like,
know. I was really hoping we were gonna see
I
him
love
at
some
least make
friends
it to
on
the
like
end.
Clyde were like, justice for Baron.
I know.
I hope they like let him come back in like the finale and do like
Yeah, right.
a dance or
Something.
something. Like, give him a chance to shine because like, ugh, my heart
I know. I
breaks.
totally agree.
Um, Whitney and Mark. The girl needs to learn how to spot.
It was wild. It was nonstop. So I think that didn't exactly help when you are not really sure how to spot. And then it's just go, 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 go.
It's just
So
every
then
time she would
something would cut
turn,
off
like she
and
gets like a little like wobbly. And like it's that spot and that core. Like otherwise, like her dancing is fabulous. Like I like it's beautiful.
yeah,
But like spot.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Also, can we just say how much she looked like Alexis War in the background? Like if you looked at
I
her
can't
fast,
believe
she
you said
looked
that.
just like Alexis War.
Hmm.
Also shout out, I've been watching Strictly Come Dancing on Daily Motion and I love seeing her as a pro. Totally side note. But
Hey, you never know. With that, you never know what can happen.
exactly.
Crazy.
Um Hilaria, she also sometimes has trouble with spotting. I
Hmm.
noticed out of some of the stuff. Um the other thing too is in her tango frame. Like she keeps doing like a straight arm, and this isn't always a straight arm. It needs to be a little bit curved and like have a little bit of space and
Hmm.
or and not curved, but like a bent elbow, like for the tango. But
Yeah.
there's a bend or a curve depending on the hold. She's doing like the straight push, and then sometimes comes in depending on the movement. Um, but like her dancing is great, but again, for her, like I feel like it's that connection to the audience. They're
Hmm.
not having those moments of like hip movements, hip dances. Now it'll be interesting what they do on TikTok night. Um,
Yeah.
but again, she could go home based off last week, not necessarily.
Right.
Yeah. Well, no. No, sorry. I lie. It could be
Yes.
yeah, never mind. Ignore what I just said.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like continuing over like they did the first week.
Oh. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah,
That's why I said ignore what I just said.
yeah. Hmm. My thing, I feel like there were a couple spots. lift wise, which I know lift not supposed to have lift anyway. But I feel like maybe that's why like the legs were weird. Something was funky with that, and it just didn't look right. And I'm not really sure what it was. And maybe it's like a hip thing with the hip replacement. Maybe that's like causing some different things to go on there. You know what I will say, and I never talk about this, but I feel like I didn't love the lighting for this number because it made it hard to almost watch because it like almost made it look fake. Did you notice that? You'll
I
have to go
can't.
back and rewatch it
I'm like I
because
have to go back to rewatch it now,
I
but
was trying to
I
watch
didn't
it
pick
and
it
I
up when I watched it.
it was really weird. I don't know what was going on, but it didn't look like they were real people. Like it looked fake. It's just really weird. I don't know what was happening with this one, but something about the lighting just made it really weird to watch. Maybe it's just my eyes or my TV. I don't know.
I
Go
don't
back and watch
recall
it.
that, but okay.
Go back and watch it and just see if I'm losing my marbles. I might be.
It's okay. We all do it at some point.
Possible. It's possible.
Dylan and Daniela.
Another samba
Okay, so like he has
stoner.
moments of just like chef kiss, like that of like those whisks and like the promenade walk, like okay. But then like there's moments like yes, they did a samba roll, but like his feet were not in the right position. And then there's like at one point Sharna pointed this out in her description. He does like this little like hop step, which is like just a
Mm,
natural thing that before he goes into it. Um
mm-hmm.
that I didn't pick that up as like yes, I've danced and I've done ballroom, but like she like even showed it and I was like, "Oh my goodness, yeah, like he is really wanting this." Like and he
I
is
think
really
so.
like he's watching the pros or watching dances and like I wouldn't be surprised if Daniela like has him watching like ballroom dances to like really in like
Embody it
drill the
and see
routine
it.
and that
Yeah.
technique. But it's so funny because he has like moments of like expertise and then there's moments of like you're a beginner. So
Right.
it's that mix and match of just interesting, but like you can tell how much Daniela is putting into him to teach and
Mm-hmm.
drill that technique.
Yep. And like I said, this is what we were talking about earlier with like, between him and Robert, how, they're coming into this with literally nothing, no
Hmm.
foundation, no groundwork, and yet they're having these moments of just beauty and
The
like perfection and it's
the
cool.
thing that's interesting to me is Dylan is either like here or here. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no
100%.
mix. To me, Robert is like maybe not always here where Dylan is, but
Yep.
like he's like in the middle and consistent.
Yes.
So it's a very interesting,
Because it's the same thing with like the whisks and the hips, and like they were
right,
there, and then all of a sudden, like we got halfway through the dance and they were gone, like
right,
they were non-existent.
right.
So it was like, where did they go? They were there, and now they're not.
So it's just it's that like I said that up and down like it's just it's
Yep,
interesting.
right. Yeah, so I can't wait to see hopefully some more consistency this week in both the endurance of getting through the dance and keeping the energy of the beginning, kind of even if it's halfway through it, a little over the half. Seeing that energy and that consistency continuing.
Yeah. Then our last one of the night, Scott and Riley. Um, I love their costumes. I love their costumes. The song, like it was
I couldn't
fabulous.
stand how slow this song was. Like
Ba-da-dee,
it was
ba-da-doo-da-da-ba.
so much slower than it should have been. And I think that I don't know, that
You're the
like threw me
music
off.
person though, so like the musicality,
It was
like to me, I just hear it and I was
so
like,
slow.
ba-da, ba-da. I don't know the actual words. I
Oh
just know
my
that
gosh.
tune.
I'm blue, da ba dee, but it's like four times faster than that. I'm blue, da ba dee. Like it's just I was so excited for it, and then it started and I went, why is it so slow? So like I think that also kind of threw them off a little bit because like it was well done, but I think the slowness and I think the slowness helped with the timing of the dance, but I also feel like they kind of wanted it to be a little bit faster and it wasn't. And so like to me it kind of felt a little lopsided.
My thing for
So I
Scott
don't know.
is he dances small
Mm-hmm.
and like very in and tight and like it was interesting like I get like I always reference China because she does amazing descriptions and I always watch it
Mm-hmm.
before I do this because like I get a lot of my detail from her and like
Mm-hmm.
inside scoop of the technique piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um but like she was like referencing like she's like I don't know if it's just from TikTok and like because he does a lot of TikToks with oh the two dancers, the wife and the husband, and I'm totally blanking on their name. They do a ton of TikTok. They just choreographed something for Phineas and Ferb. They went on tour with the Pentatonics.
Okay.
It's gonna really bug me now. Um,
But that's the thing. TikToks are small, right?
Small.
It's a small screen, it's
What?
small, it's tight, and even singing is small and tight. It's not
I
big
don't
giant boy band.
well, and that's my thing. I don't necessarily think it's from TikTok because
Okay.
like even when I've seen him do TikTok, it feels very yeah, it's small, but like it's still big and finished.
Mm,
I think it's confidence for him
maybe.
because like he even talked about it like he feels very vulnerable in dancing. Now, it's very interesting because like someone like me, like where we do musical theater, to me, singing is where I feel vulnerable.
Mm,
Dancing, I could dance all day long, but it's
yep.
the singing part where I'm like, no, thank you, I'll pass. Um, but the because I think that confidence, he doesn't have the space to like fill it up and like he just
Mm-hmm.
needs that like more I'm here like presence in him and not be afraid
Mm-hmm.
to use his space around him and take up that space, which I am directly take up that space directing Sharna off her thing. Um, but like it's true because I agree with her, but I think it might be more of a confidence piece.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it certainly could be. Like you said, it's dancing is a whole different ball game than singing. It's completely different on the body. It's completely different on the presence. It's completely different in a stage setting. So, I mean, it absolutely could be something like that. And like I said, it's just moving past it and it's making everything bigger, larger than life, as wide as you can make it. He's a tall guy, he's a lanky guy. Like, I think you're right. He has so much more to expand upon.
Hmm.
So,
Who do
yeah,
you think
I'm
could
excited to
be
see more of him, though. I really am.
who do you think could be in trouble for going home next?
I feel like we're gonna lose Hilaria and Gleb pretty soon here. Like I don't think people are gonna vote just because of that background thing. I think that's gonna hurt her a lot. Um,
So to
so
me, like
yeah,
my bottom three, and I hate to say this, is there I have to put them in there, Andy and Emma,
of
just
course.
because
Yeah.
like dance wise. But like I really hope that people are voting for him to like see the confidence because like if it was up to
Yeah.
me, I would not send him home.
Yep.
I think the two that honestly could be in trouble, like you said, is Hilaria and Gleb, but Alex and Vale.
I agree.
Because I'm not getting the connection
Right.
to the audience.
Yep.
If I
No, I
had to
agree.
pick one more couple, like my guess, it possibly could be Jan and Jen.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree with that one too.
I hate to say that because Jan is new, but I
Well,
also
that's
feel
exactly
like
it.
people don't know him as well, so
You're
having
right.
that connection and as if you don't know her, you don't know either of them.
That's it. You're not.
Or at least
You're
like
you're done.
once you get to know the pros, like
Different.
Ezra last time, a lot of people didn't know Ezra either. But like once
Right.
you start to get to know him, even if you don't know the celebrity, at least there's some type of a fan base. And I know his fan base will build, but
Right.
I'm
And Jan is starting
concerned
from square
because of
one.
that.
Yep. And he's starting kind of from square one. So I don't know. I think any of them are, you know, possible. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
Yes. Well, guys. That's our recap of night two. On to night three, TikTok night, which I'm very know how I feel about this week. It's a very interesting theme.
I mean, I don't have TikTok, so I don't have any idea what's going to be happening. So
They're short. Like it's very short dances usually. So like
I don't know.
are we going
Literally
viral
don't know.
moments, viral songs, viral like dances? I don't
No
know
clue.
what the hope is. Like I have mixed emotions about this.
We'll
I
see.
I literally asked one of my students the other day, "How's life?" And they go, "Mixed emotions, Miss Larkin. Some good, some bad."
You're like, I like that.
I was like, I'm using that.
There you go. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll talk about it soon.
So, have a great night, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.